You wake up one morning and you feel like you're kind of dragging. Then you find yourself cleaning the oven to procrastinate before sitting down to a vague task of social media so that you can build your business. You've got sticky notes. You got lists and lists on those sticky notes. They're everywhere, but you don't always get them checked off. And sometimes they disappear. Sometimes they float to the ground or get thrown away. And then you wonder what you're missing. Maybe your family is giving you a wide berth because you're a little cranky. Maybe you're a little snappish because things aren't going the way you want them to go in your coaching business. Maybe you find it hard to cook dinner each night because you're so distracted with your business, and dinner becomes this scramble and everyone's hungry. There are meltdowns. And it's not really what you envisioned when you thought about becoming a coach. What you really want, what you've always wanted when you decided to become a coach, was to jump out of bed excited because you have the clients you want scheduled for the day. And in fact, you have the clients that you want to meet with scheduled for the next 3 weeks. And that 4th week of the month, you're taking it off. You're taking it off with confidence that your business is stable. The money and the bookings, they're going to continue to flow. You're enjoying that week off with your family at the park, on that carefully planned trip to a national park, or maybe you're just simply cooking dinner with a smile on your face. On the days that you meet with your clients, there are breaks in your schedule so that you can eat, move, and breathe. You don't even have to scarf your lunch down. There's plenty of time to sit and savor the flavors of your meal and not experience indigestion. So what is this all about? This is about creating the life that you want. It's about creating the business that comes from a place of confidence. It allows you to feel fulfilled. You are making ripples in the community so that the community has better outcomes. More kids are playing at the park. More moms and dads and caregivers are active in the community. They're giving back. As a coach, you are able to focus on your legacy and your vision for life, knowing that each curve and turn along the way will give you an opportunity to learn. You are able to take family vacations. You're able to leave the laptop behind, but celebrate a full schedule of clients who light you up and who get lit up by you. That self-doubt is put to rest. You feel lighter and more ready to live who you are to the fullest. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through the very first step of the Coaching Hive Blueprint. If you were with me last week for our podcast episode, you'll know that over the next few weeks, quite a few weeks, we are going to walk through the Coaching Hive Blueprint so that you know the steps to the journey involved in creating your coaching business. If you are thinking and listening today and thinking to yourself, I don't know if I want to be an entrepreneur, this episode is specifically for you. Now, that's not to say that this episode isn't for you if you want to be an entrepreneur. Here's the thing. Today, we're talking about having a vision for your coaching career. So this episode is for you if you want to be an entrepreneur, or if you simply want to be a coach within an organization. I'd like to invite you to settle in, grab something to take notes, and let's get started. With our theme of simplicity, clarity, and vision for 2022 in mind, let's jump in. I'm Dr. Maura, and this is the Coaching Hive Podcast. Okay, as we opened up today's episode, you heard me talk about the coach who isn't experiencing the growth, the momentum, or the fulfillment that they imagined when starting a coaching business. And then you heard me kind of shift gears, and maybe you saw some of what you want in the description I offered. Maybe you recognized yourself wanting to feel excited when you jump out of bed. Maybe it's that week off every month, knowing that your business is stable, it's solid, it's sustainable, and it brings you joy. Maybe you're excited about having a leisurely lunch and not having to scarf down your food. Maybe it's the idea that you get to move throughout the day or bring more movement to your community. Maybe as you heard me talk, you thought, I want that level of confidence, the one that allows me to leave the self-doubt behind, or at least put it to rest, to feel lighter, to feel more focused on your legacy. Whatever it was that made you have that aha light bulb moment, I want that. I want you to start thinking about that, because that's what's critical. The first step, the first stage of the journey in the Coaching Hive Blueprint is to craft a mindful vision. Now, last week, we also talked about the concept that having a blueprint is key, right? So that you don't get stuck, you keep moving forward. But the other key component of last week's episode was the idea of making micro decisions. And with each micro decision, you're going to be able to move forward in your coaching journey. So let's go back. Our topic for today, mindful vision. A mindful vision is one in which you take time. You explore what it is you want. So if you don't know exactly what you want right now, this is a perfect place to begin. I want you to do a few things. I want you to start by slowing down and dreaming. Dream a little bit about what you want, but I want you to keep in mind your values. Keep in mind the values that you hold, both personally and professionally. And then within those values, I want you to dream. There are no rules here. There's nothing to hold you back. I want you to dream about what you want for your coaching business. Don't worry about the practicalities or the exact possibilities that you have in this moment right now. I want you to dream big. Then I want you to start thinking about the clients you serve. Who do you want to serve in your business as a coach who has a career? Who would you like to serve? And take it a step further. What do you want your business to look like? What are you helping your clients with? How are you serving them? Are you offering group sessions? Are you offering one-on-one? Are you doing a membership? Do you have a mastermind? Are you a speaker? What does your business look like? The more depth you go into in these first steps of your vision, the easier building a career becomes. Because when you have these ideas in mind, you know what is going to support you and what isn't. And that brings me to the next key point that you want to begin exploring. You want to start thinking about the professional development opportunities that you'll need to make this vision a reality. You'll want to think about what support you need, whether this is resources, people, groups, courses, memberships, community, peer communities. You need to start thinking about what kind of support do you need to make this happen. And if when I was kind of walking you through what it might be like to be living your vision of being a coach, you thought, man, I'd really love to have that opportunity to move, to take a week off each month, to have a leisurely lunch. The next step of your vision is to really think about self-care. What does that look like for you? For some of you, it might mean working 2 days a week. Others, it might mean simply going back to 5 instead of 7. Maybe it's a full week off each month or specified days off throughout the week. Maybe it is scheduling in a monthly massage. Perhaps it is getting that friend dinner on the calendar so that it happens like clockwork every single month or every single quarter. Perhaps it's scheduling family time. Maybe it's scheduling time for your hobby. Maybe you've always wanted to take an art class, and so you're going to schedule that in. Self-care looks different for everyone. It's not just bubble baths, right? It's not just massages. Sometimes self-care might mean taking a class on something that just interests you for fun. The key here is to think about self-care as you're building your vision for your business. And then finally, I want you to think about what it would mean to experience financial freedom in your business. It is not enough to simply have a business. Most of us, I don't know about you, this applies to me at least, I have to pay some bills. You probably do too. Or even if you are good and you don't need to pay bills, you might find that you need to build a legacy, a financial legacy for your family down the road. Maybe you want to be able to pay for your kids or your grandkids' college. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's giving back to the community. Maybe it's giving to your favorite nonprofit. Perhaps it's having more time to volunteer. So think about what financial freedom would look like for you and what it would bring to your life. Okay, so that's kind of that vision in a nutshell. Here's why it's so important. It's so important because it's going to help you make every single decision that follows in your career. When you have your vision in mind, it's easier to say yes or no to the right opportunities, or obviously say no to the wrong opportunities, say yes to the right opportunities. What happens when you have a vision in mind is that if you're interviewing for a position in an organization, you can better explain what you want, who you'd like to work with, why you're suited to that job, what you hope to bring to the organization, and what you hope the organization brings to you. If you are going to be an entrepreneur, whether that's full-time, part-time, or as a side hustle, with that vision in place, you now know how to make every single decision in your business. Maybe not with complete ease, but you have a foundation that you can come back to and say, does this serve my vision? Or is it going to pull me off course in a way that is not necessary right now? It becomes an anchor. It becomes the foundation of your career. This vision forms the guidepost for everything that follows. And it's why the vision, the mindful vision, is stage number one in the Coaching Hive Blueprint journey. It is going to give you that clarity as to what you want. And when that's clear, everything else that follows is so much smoother. It's a little bit easier. So this week, as you contemplate your vision, I want you to sit down and take some time. Go through those 8 components that I underscored today as a quick review. Make sure you're clear on your values, both personal and professional. You want to make sure that you're dream big. You want to think about who your clients will be, or if you currently have clients, think about, is this really where you want to be with your clients? Think about what you want your business to look like, what you're offering. I want you to think about professional development opportunities, what support system you need, what self-care looks like, and what financial freedom can bring to you, your family, your life, your business, your legacy, your community. So this week, it's all about crafting your mindful vision to gain clarity for every decision that follows. Your micro decision for this week is to decide to craft your vision. I was recently part of a 3-day conference, and one of the things that came up over and over again is that success is a decision. And one way, really the number one way to have a successful coaching business is to begin with a vision. If success is a decision, the decision you want to make today is to craft your mindful vision for your coaching business or your coaching career. Remember, this applies whether you want to be an entrepreneur or if you want to work inside an organization, or maybe some combination of both. So today, the micro decision that you want to make, say it out loud. I will craft my mindful vision for my coaching career so that it forms the foundation for each subsequent step, stage, and decision that I make. If you can do that, you have already taken a big leap forward in building a career that you love, one where you feel confident, you feel fulfilled. You are the coach who is making ripples in the community so that the community has better outcomes. You are making a decision today with that vision. And what we're seeing is more kids are playing at the park. They're getting healthier. More moms and dads and caregivers, they're active in their community. They're giving back. You're giving back. You're able to focus on your legacy, knowing that each curve and turn along the way, you're going to learn something from it. And perhaps even more meaningfully, your self-doubt, it's going to be put to rest because now you know what you want. You may not know exactly how you're going to get there, and that's okay because the rest of the blueprint will help you do that. But you know what you want. You're ready to live your life to the fullest and be the coach that you envisioned when you first clicked buy on that coaching certification button. So I promise you today, if you take this step, you are going to be taking a leap forward in your coaching career. Making the decision today to craft your mindful vision is going to help you prepare for that next stage in building your coaching career. I promise you this. Now, we are going to continue digging into each stage of the Coaching Hive Blueprint over the remaining 9-ish weeks. Remember, you can get a sneak peek if you go to www.coachinghive.com/assessment. Take that assessment. It doesn't take very long. It's probably 5 minutes or so. Submit that, get your report, and what will happen is I am watching for your assessment results to roll in. I am reviewing them personally. So you'll get a report pretty quickly, but then I'm going to review your results personally, and I'm going to follow up with you with an email once I've had a chance to look at it. So it may take 24, 48 hours before you get that email from me. So keep an eye out for it. I'm going to follow up and invite you to schedule a 15-minute call with me so that we can sit down and have a really honest discussion about where your career is right now, where you want it to be. It's an opportunity to make a micro decision on where you want to focus your attention and energy next in your business. I hope you'll take me up on this. I am very much looking forward to not just sitting down and talking with you, but also walking through the concepts of micro decisions in the blueprint as we continue this journey together. And of course, if you feel at any point that you're thinking, this sounds good, but I need more support than this podcast is offering me, go ahead and send me a DM on Instagram. I'm at Coaching Hive. And we can talk about the options that are available that might fit your needs. And as always, I want to thank you so much for listening today. I'm trying to keep these episodes short because I know that the work you're doing is going to take time. And I want to make sure you have time each week to do that. So if you got something out of today's podcast episode or any of my other episodes, I would love to ask you to rate the podcast for me so that we can get out to more people and leave a review. I love seeing reviews. I look at each review I get individually, personally, and it is so wonderful to get that feedback, hear from you, and learn about what is working, what's challenging, and what you still need. So please be sure to share that review and share this podcast with your fellow coaches. In fact, I'll tell you how to do it really simply if you'd like. As you're watching this, listening to this podcast, go ahead and take a screenshot on your phone and then just post it to Instagram or Facebook stories and tag me at Coaching Hive. Or if you're tagging me on Facebook, it's at Coaching Hive Life. Okay. So I look forward to seeing those Instagram stories. I can't wait to hear what you're getting out of these podcasts. And I would love to know how your mindful vision is coming along. That's all for now. I look forward to seeing you back here next week for another episode of the Coaching Hack Podcast, where a focus on mentoring and community removes the overwhelm of building your successful coaching business and adds in a dose of momentum. Until next time, have a healthy, safe, and happy week.